Right, what we're up to today is me and Keith are now just finalising the chassis on his Garratt. So what we've done is we've taken the chassis apart, sprayed it all. Everything what goes back now is a permanent fixture, so all the axles and everything will be set up properly. And then all I'm doing at the moment is just spraying the chassis. I'm not doing any more. Keith will finish it off when he gets it home.
But Stephen working on the Mayford. What is it you're doing, Steve?
Just cleaning the cover heads, the cylinder covers, just ready for putting back in again. Just give them a quick clean and a polish. Keith likes his locos clean and nice and neat. Yeah. So it's just a matter of just literally tidying them up, ready. Like that, so it just brings them back up. They've been in the what you call it for a while.
In the what?
In the loco. We've been working on it, been oiling it, so
you just polishing them on.
we're stripping them down now, and so it's just a matter of stripping.
Are these going to stay unpainted?
Yeah, we don't like them. It looks nice when they're nice and clean. There we are, all nice and neat, ready to put back in. I'll give them 10 minutes to cool down, because they will be really hot.
So they've been sat on the fire
on top of another piece, just to dry the paint out, really.
Set the paint. Right, so when they're cool, they can go back on. What's that one?
This one's can go on here. Like so. We've got the other one to pop in there.
So do you actually lock those in?
This one, what we're going to do is grind a flat on this end, on one of them. One end we're actually going to stick them on the other side. We're going to Loctite them on so that they're on permanent. Leave the screws in, but just for sure, really. And then get them quartered that we're happy. And they'll be like that. Like so. Set that out. Like so. Like I say, when we hoisted them, all the marks are still on them from the original time. Now getting them all back up to a nice stage.
So you're getting it to a stage where Keith doesn't have to take it apart anymore.
Yeah, we're gonna, when these chassis are put back with the motors and everything else, they will be complete. Keith can wire them back up again then. A little bit change of speed controllers and what have you. I think you changed your speed controller, aren't you, Keith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got a different type of radio control and speed controller.
And they'll be up and ready. The motors what we made and we worked out was alright. We thought we'd done a good job. They ran. It wasn't till I took one apart the other day and realised that there was miles out. You know, I mean, the chassis runs so free that we just had a rethink and thought, no, we need to redo them. So, new motors, better motors than what we come up with. The little motors will go into a little R4 or diesel or something like that somebody could use.
Okay, these are the motors that Steve and Keith have decided are not up to the job. So our 2 new motors are in the process of being ordered. And they'll go back into the Garratt. These will be used, well, they'll be recycled into something else, so they won't get wasted.
There we are. So that's all we've done, is re-cleaned it back up again. Obviously all the blues from our markings when we was making them, we've now got it all back together and it can pop back onto here.
So what are they actually called?
These are the cranks.
Oh, right.
They're outside crank frames, these. And like I say, we've got a quarter of them, so it'd be somewhere near there. But I'll do that when I've got all the other bits together. So I'll put the cylinders back together.
For cool down.
Yeah, they're cool now. We just warmed them up to make sure we got our paint dry. All it is a matter of now, I mean, they'll dry overnight, they'll harden overnight.
Yeah.
I just got to be careful when I'm putting them together. So it's 2 long screws. We've decided not to paint any screws on these parts because we think it just keeps it nice and clean and neat. And this is just a dummy top for the slide valves. That's the first one. Goes back in there. So it's obviously that end for that. And I've got to be able to see where the holes line up.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh,
Look at that.
so all that noise you was hearing on the lathe is Keith doing this one. So is that an axle?
Yeah, that's an axle. There's one more to make. I've made 3 replacements for the new motors.
I was going to say, because
Well, I've actually made 5, but 2 of them
Fat.
so because you're putting your motors in, you've got to have thicker axles.
No, we decided we'd mark the other axles with bits and pieces. So we thought
starting afresh.
we're starting afresh. We'll just put new axles in. It's only a bit of 1/4 inch steel, and it's like Keith says, it's a good practice. And
Yeah, that one.
what
There
have
you go,
you?
Steve. So that's that one.
That's another one.
Yeah, so that's you've got the 2 good ones there, haven't you? And that's the
Yeah.
3rd one. Right. Okay.
Get these in. That's it. This is the slide bars for you. The motion, so the crosshead. So we've got to just, again, these was all set. There was in, but not set up exact. So now, if you're going to do this, now's the time to make sure they're as smooth as can be. And then put it back in. And that one, what I did was, we threaded the end of these, made them out of a piece of 1/8 bar. Fitted them so they're just going tight. I have a tiny little spanner I can just turn that with, there we are, and just pop that on there and just ease it so it's square and tight. That's one in. So again, all the marks on it are from us when we've been machining. You can see they're covered in oil. Lovely. I'm happy with that. Last part is that one, but I'm going to give it that a little clean in the lathe just to make sure. And there it is, all ready to go back in. Covers on. Timing. Main cylinder. Crosshead. And that's it.
There we go, and there's the 4th replacement axle. And as a bonus,
we've got 2
I've
spare.
made 2 spare ones for my scrapyard scene.
Yeah. Smartest engines, roughest scrapyard. And that's it, so there we are. There's another. This is Loctite. Just a little bit on the end. And believe you me, after about 5 or 10 minutes, you won't get that out. Security line. So what we've done is we've actually replaced the nut with the slide bars, so that's drilled into there, and we just use it with the same thread all the way through. And believe it or not, that's setting already. You get about a minute on them. You don't get much longer. That's it, as long as that's clear. So I can put that aside to dry, because I can actually put the cranks on now and get these on properly.
Right, so what are you cleaning up?
The motion plate. God, it's got to make me think, stop it. This is the motion plates we made for these engines. Again, we set them up to a degree, but it's the final fitting now. We're just going to tidy them all up, make sure everything's tidy. A little bit of a buff up here and there where necessary. We did contemplate painting them, but Keith liked some steel. I think most of them was steel, weren't they?
To be honest, I don't know, but it's
Personal
how we want
choice.
it, innit? Yeah.
Yeah.
Engine.
It's your engine, you have what you want.
So we'll now give it a good polish and clean. The only reason we're doing this in this order is because there's two pieces to this. The other chassis over there to go back on, and we did making every part fit to the part it was on. So rather than just taking it all in bits, all of it, and then spending a week trying to find out which bit went where, we decided we'd just do one piece at a time, clean them up, and then put them back again. Make sure all the nuts and bolts are nice and neat. And then that, another, what it goes like that, and that just goes back in, so there, like that.
Right, so what are you doing on this bit?
Just cleaning all the parts, making sure there's no marks.
So is this going to be now put back?
It's going to put back so I can start stripping the other half down.
So will that be complete then once you put this bit?
No, because we've got to still get all the wheels and everything. But what I'm doing is getting mixed up with parts. Because each part, as we made it to fit the motion and everything else. We want to put them back into that mode. So we are going to. So I'm just going to pop these on. It does go on there. Bit tricky to get on. I know I won't be able to. I'll have to undo it from there. And just get it back to where it should be, and then strip the other one down, spray the chassis, and put it all back together. And by the time we've done that, we'll have both the set new motors will be here, and we can pop them in, set it all up exactly, and then it can go for some test runs for a while then, and get it running. But by then, it'd be virtually gone. It'd be leaving home by then.
Yes, and Keith will be setting about painting it.
Yeah.
You're off again. That's it, just put it back in roughly. Put that back in there. And there we are. This always run really, really nice, this one. The only time it didn't run was because we didn't get the thingy right.
What's the thingy?
Well, the gears on the
gears on the motor
working against each other a little bit.
Yeah, we just didn't get it right. We tried. I ain't supposed to say thingy, am I? Once I put this back on, I should then start on the other ones and keep the bits, just the tiny bits, in a box. That's it. It does go in a hole there somewhere. There. Lovely. One. There's another one somewhere. There. We had good fun making them. I mean, I think if we'd have done this full time, committed most time to it, we could have done it in a few months.
Yeah.
Took us under a year now, hasn't
it? No, it's
over a year, I should say.
It's about 18 months.
About 18 months.
That's coming once every 1 to 2 weeks, for a day, and you working on it a bit when I'm not here as well.
Not done a lot while you're not here, though, to be honest. So I think we've done
that was also you training me on the different
well, yeah.
And me making plenty of mistakes, but getting there in the end with the final product, you know, that's how you learn, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean,
but you've come a long way since you first started.
Yeah, massive.
Just about found my way around ish some of the machines, anyway, not all of them.
It's go from the top. I mean, when you think we've designed this, haven't we? We've come up with this concept.
Yeah, I mean, it was specifically designed for running on my railway, which is what real railway companies would do.
Yeah.
We made it an 040 to cope with my bespoke track, didn't we, and points with the slightly narrower flanges.
Right, now we can tighten them up. That one, that one.
It's a bit like playing with a Meccano. With all those
Little bit.
little spanners and such, and screws and nuts.
Aye, there's hundreds of them. It's been good though. I love it, mate. I used to have a bit smaller hands at times. The screws are a nuisance. You don't get much movement, do you?
No.
It's a bit big, this one. I only want to nip it up. I think that's the right one. Found a better one. Dee-dee.
Yeah, well, that's alright, I've got all of them.
Are you comfy like that though?
Yeah.
Do you want me to switch you back on?
Yeah.
Are you stood up? Are you tried standing up, see how it feels?
I don't. I might be stuck in this position.
I'll have to drive him home. You'll have to follow me.
I won't be able to go on my speed awareness course tomorrow.
Oh, it's really enjoyable. It's only what you deserve. That's what they told me, wasn't it?
To the.
I'll have to cut that bit out, Keith.
You've got...
Why was you filming? You can leave it in if you
I
want.
thought it was something you meant at work.
No.
I realised what you'd said the other week.
No. Oh, it's